everybody, welcome to Make It with Mod Podge. My name is Cathie and we have 3 fall family craft projects that you can do this weekend. And the fun thing about these art projects is that they all have a little twist of something from the pantry. We're working with dried beans and pasta and of course, Mod Podge.
Thank you for that introduction, Kath. Today's going to be a really fun day. We have 3 family art crafts to show you. Let's get right into it. The first one we're going to do is a bean craft. We got napkins, beans, and some yarn. We're also going to show you a kid hand and arm pasta art craft here, artwork. And we'll also have a pumpkin canvas using tissue paper and of course Mod Podge on all of these projects. So let's start the first one right now, and that's going to be our bean artwork. What we're going to be using is a piece of canvas, a napkin, some beans, and some yarn, and it's really easy and it's really fun for the kids to do with you. First thing is get your napkin that you want. Of course, we're doing our fall harvest look, so we have a napkin that we chose, and it's this brown one right here. And of course, when you're using napkins and Mod Podge together, you want to make sure that you separate the napkins. They usually have a 3-ply in there. We're going straight into it, and you just pull these apart. It's that simple. You can see this one is a 3-ply. There it is, 1, 2, and 3. And of course, you're just going to be wanting the top layer of this napkin, and just separate that out like that. Now we're going to put this aside. The next step is we're using a piece of 8x10 canvas. Of course, you can do all sorts of sizes. Today we're going to be using 11x17. I think we have a 12x12, and this one is an 8x10. Then with your Mod Podge, you are just going to want to go right on top of your canvas with your Mod Podge. You want to cover that completely and make sure you get those edges, because we're going to be wrapping this napkin all the way around this piece of canvas. Now let me tell you guys, there are some great napkins out there right now. Some festive napkins, holiday napkins. So this is for fall right now, but of course you can do any of these projects and adapt them into all sorts of holidays. Christmas is coming, Thanksgiving and Christmas are up next. You can adapt these to any holidays, and the napkins are really festive and great when those holidays come around. So here we go, we got a nice layer of Mod Podge right on that. Make sure you cover the whole thing. There we go. So the next step is I'm using a spritz bottle. So I like to spritz my napkin, a very light spritz. This kind of eliminates some of the wrinkles, and you want to make sure that your napkin is upright, meaning you want the decorative side up, not the back of it. This is going to, because once you spritz it, it all kind of looks the same. So we want to make sure that we're laying down the right side. So you can see once I spritz that, just a very light, gentle spritz. And we're going to pull this up, and we're just going to center it right on top of our canvas. Just like that. And you can see how nicely that placed down. And then with my brush, I'm just going to lightly and gently go right on top of that and get that napkin pressed onto that canvas that already has the Mod Podge on there. There we go. See that? Now let's lift it up a little bit. Let me get here's a little bit of a tip for you guys. I like using a pasta box, and this is a great way to work on. So you can it gives it a nice lift. I also use rice boxes. You can use cereal boxes depending on the size of your canvas. You're just going to gently go around, and this way you can work without having to hold it in your hand, if this helps you out. And of course, when I like to flip it over, I just work on one side here, and I work all the way around and gently push it down. So let's go on to the next step. So this is, you just want to work all the way around with your Mod Podge and just make sure you get all that down. I've got a step out here for you guys, just so you can see. Right here, this one is done. This has been drying. You can see the back of it right there if you need to cut a little bit off. Very simple. Just go all the way around and cut that off. Now, this is where your pasta box comes into play again. So I'd like to have a little bit of lift so I can work off of it. The next step is using our maple leaf. You can do all sorts of different kind of leaves out there. Fall has great leaves. I just printed this off of the printer, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna place this on top of your canvas, and with a squeeze bottle and Mod Podge in it, you're gonna work your way around the leaf just so you can get that leaf look. You can do this freehand if you want to with a pencil and go around it, but this way is so easy, just a quick printout of any leaf you want. They got so many on the internet that you can choose from, and it's really great. So I'm just gonna go around like this. Just get that imprint of the maple leaf with the Mod Podge. I love using a squeeze bottle. It takes away all that trying to do it, with a brush, very difficult. Gonna work all the way around, and this is where I'm gonna be placing down my yarn. You can see I'm going outside, it's not even touching. I'm gonna put a little bit of right here, a stem. It's not even touching the paper, just on the outside. There we go. You can kind of take a look at it, you can fill it in a little bit more. Then, take your finger, a wet finger, boom, and, oops, hold on. The hard part, boom, and push that aside. There you go. There is your outline and your outprint of your leaf with the Mod Podge, and then you can go right back in and get a little bit maybe sharper like that. You can get sharper little edges if you want. You can see you can just play around with it. Remember, this is a kid project, so with yarn and some beans. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go straight up here. What I wanna do is get a little bit of those veins that leaves have. And this is going to add a little bit more texture to the look. Maybe we'll do one right over here. So everywhere you see Mod Podge is where you're gonna put down the yarn. Okay, I like that. I think that's pretty good. Maybe one more right here. Okay, so there's my maple leaf. Now, here's a piece of cut yarn. I chose brown. You can do any color you want. These are fall colors, so there's greens and reds and yellows, all sorts of colors, but we're rimming it with the brown. And I'm gonna start down here at the bottom with my little stem. And then you're just going to add your yarn all the way around. And you can see where this is a lot of fun for the kids to do also, for the family. This is a full on, all three of these projects are family projects. And you're gonna work your way all the way around your leaf, your Mod Podge leaf right now. And you can see how that is gonna go all the way around your entire piece of canvas until you have something like this. So this one's been drying. You can see, there it is. There is my napkin. There is the yarn around there. Next step, which is a lot of fun, is putting the beans in, and this is another chance to use the squeeze bottle, which makes it so simple. We're gonna go right on in, and we're just going to squeeze our Mod Podge and fill all that in. Do not worry if you get it on the yarn, because it dries clear, as you guys know. And let's fill in a section for you, just like this, so you can see how this is gonna work out. Let's do that section down there. And here we go. I got my big bowl of beans, all sorts of different colors, some fall festive colors, some lentil beans, some kidney beans, some black-eyed beans. You're just gonna drop these in. I actually like to place some of the big ones in first by hand, like this. And drop those in, and maybe a white one up here. And then I'm just gonna use my hands and I'm gonna sprinkle the rest in, like so. Look at all those great colors. And just fill it in all the way to the top, because once this is dry, of course you're gonna be able to tap it off, and the ones that are on top, of course, are gonna fall off and not stick, and the ones on the bottom will stick. So you're gonna do that to the whole entire leaf here, and then you're gonna let that dry overnight, and you're gonna turn it into something like this. There we go. And that is our bean fall leaf with napkin and Mod Podge. So let's move on to the next project. Next project is a lot of fun. You gotta have one of the kiddos come in and help you with this project. And this one is our handprint with arm pasta artwork. So the first thing you wanna do is get yourself a piece of canvas. We're doing this one on an 11 by 17 piece. And Cathie's little girl, Sophia, she came in and was our assistant on this, and these are her handprints and arm. So basically what you wanna do, I'm gonna show you a picture right now, and that's Sophia's picture with her little hand and her arm. We painted that up. We pressed that down on the piece of canvas, and her other two little hands right here, and that's the basis for our artwork. Of course, we started off with a sponge. We did a little background sponging with our blue paint, so you can do kind of whatever color you want. But these are trees. We're gonna make some pasta trees, so blue's kind of representing the sky. So here's what you're starting off with. And next, this one is so simple. We're using bow pasta, and you can see we cut them in half. The bows are usually like that, and we just snip those in half, and we painted them with all of our folk art colors. We have reds, oranges, yellows, and of course the brown is the hand and trunk themselves. And we painted the pastas, all different colors, and we just let those dry. You can see they're not perfectly painted. The reason why we didn't do that is because we kind of like, you know, the colors. The pasta color, it's the fall colors, and they all just kind of blend together and make a nice look for the leaves. So all you're gonna do with this project is, you're just gonna take your brush and you're just gonna dab little areas like that, and you're just gonna drop in your pasta. That's it, and you can do any color combination you want. There you go, and you're just gonna let that sit aside and dry, and you're gonna work it all the way around your canvas. And again, drop in your pasta, and this is gonna dry completely clear, and of course, stick right on top of this canvas. Work your whole entire canvas around, and of course, there we have it. This one's fun for the kids. Each one of your kids can do this project on their own. You can have all your kids' hands make the pasta tree art. Fun. Next, we're gonna be doing a pumpkin. Here's another size canvas that we decided to use. I love this one. This one is just a canvas. We got some construction paper here, and we got some orange tissue paper. This project couldn't be simpler. You're gonna take your cut up orange tissue paper into squares like this. You know, you can do these smaller or even bigger, but for this look right here, you're gonna want them to be about this size. I don't know exactly what size that is, but like I said, just make them all semi-consistent, and you're gonna be taking your Mod Podge and you're gonna go over your entire canvas. Now, what doesn't scream holiday, Halloween, fall more than a pumpkin? And I always like to make pumpkins every year somehow. Real ones, fake ones on canvas. I love the pumpkin look. You're gonna cover your entire canvas, and again, the sides, because we're gonna wrap these around, do a really nice finish all the way around to the sides. And then, again, using my box here, my new friend, my new assistant, you can use, like I said, rice boxes. This one's perfect for these canvases. Just helps out quite a bit. Cover your entire canvas, and you're gonna wanna work your way over the lip. Make sure you have enough room, and you're just gonna drop a piece down. Next side, you can do it maybe over here. And you can see how I'm layering these up, giving it on top of one another. You're going to randomly put them up. Remember, you're going to be adding more Mod Podge on top of this. And then you're just gonna go over this side. Let's do one more over this. And this is gonna give you that layered look. I'm gonna go on top of this. You guys wanna make sure you go gentle on top of the tissue paper because you do not want your tissue paper to tear. Just keep it wet and just move nice and slow so you don't run into that tearing problem. Add a little bit more. And then we're going to wrap these around the side like so. And just keep layering that up. So you can see that. Keep going around, and then of course, add it down there, finish it off nicely. So it all wraps up nice, go along the edges. And once again, you guys, that's gonna dry completely clear, just like this guy right here. That is your dried out final tissue paper with Mod Podge on top of a piece of canvas. But we want to add a face to it. So with construction paper, all we did, let's turn it that way. You can make them either way. You can do your pumpkin face that way. This is an 8 by 10, or you can also do it this way. So the face that you want to make is completely up to you. You know, we're doing a kind of the traditional triangle. I always do this. Cathie likes it happy, and I like it a little bit more evil than she does. But I'm gonna make it happy for Cathie. So here we go. So all you're gonna do is simple. You're gonna add your Mod Podge right up to the back of your construction paper. Line it up. And again, this is, you know, the kids have a blast making these. You can see, you can get a little messy with it. That's okay. And then after I've done these two, they're lined up pretty nicely. You're gonna top coat that like that. Remember, Mod Podge is a glue and a sealer. So you're gonna glue it down. We're gonna glue it down like that. Position it up, working backwards. And then let's get the mouth on there. Nice, happy Halloween, happy fall harvest. We're just gonna add that right on top of that construction paper. Again, you guys can use any colors you want. Let's see, does that look pretty straight? I think so. Let's seal that down. Okay, let's just make sure we get that all down. And there you have it. Boom. There it is. The construction paper down, making your pumpkin face. This right here, we added a little stem right here. It's just a cork and some pipe cleaner. Oh my God, I couldn't think of pipe cleaner. So some pipe cleaner, green pipe cleaner, and a cork. And that's what Mom and Dad could do for you. Just hot glue right there if the kids are making these, right on top. And there's our pumpkin. There is our 3 kids artworks for fall harvest, Halloween. Here we go. Here's the 3 of them in a row. Super easy, super fun to do with the whole entire family. All 3 of those together. Really fun, really easy. Get the family together. Get your beans out, your pasta, your tissue paper, and of course, your Mod Podge. And don't forget to hashtag Plaid Crafts, hashtag Mod Podge. We always love to see what you guys are making. So send pictures our way. We'd love to check them out. And we'll hope to see you guys next time here on Make It with Mod Podge. See ya.